Alright, I believe that was the right button. And now, hello and hello. Welcome to the 29th race of the CGB Cubecar League season. We are at Nashville Super Speedway for the final race in the round of 16 as we take a look at our track for today. It's a 1.3 mile tri-oval, so very similar to other tracks we've raced in the past, although a little bit smaller. And should be a good one here today, as we've got a bit of a wild card on pole today. So let's take a look at our starting lineup for today's race. On pole is the 4 of Cubendorf, and following up in the row number 1 will be Shadow the Hedgehog. Row 2, Jagalia Lost and Packmobile. Row 3, Trolling and Fear. Row 4, Goots and Meloetta. Row 5, Gun and Sanic. Row 6, Hee Hee Ha and Bob the Builder. Row 7, Daisy and Dogecube. Row 8, Hubris and Donkey Kong. Row 9, Imposter and BV. Row 10, Melee Fox and Miku. Row 11, Raccoon and Jinx. Row 12, Shimobile and Amori Cube. Row 13, Pecorine and the Racer. Row 14, Squidward and Cole. Row 15, No Maidens and Dumb Cat. Row 16, Bloodclot and So Retro. Row 17, Igus and Eggdog. Row 18, Chow and Amori Jr. Row 19, Raceland and Among Us. Row 20, Lightning McQueen and Squid Games. And rounding out the field is the 21 of Sands Club. Like I said, a bit of a wild card on pole today for this race. Should we go ahead and get spawned in?
Drivers, start your engines!
So we're ready for 150 laps at this track. Should be a relatively short race compared to what we've had in the past. Ooh, my foot has really been bothering me this past week. Should be in for a fun one here today. Only one cube is actually locked into the next round of the playoffs, so this is all you got. So that is the 2 of Amori Jr., who was the only one locked in, because BV won last race at South Boston. And there are 4 cubes currently below the cutoff line that are Trolling, Fear, Sheepmobile, and Igus. Those 4 need to have good runs today in order to avoid being below the cut line, and one of them is starting pretty far back in the field, and that will be the 19, so she has to look for a good run here today at Nashville, but intermediates are good tracks for her, so maybe this won't be a bad day. We're coming to the green for the first time today, hopefully the only time, as the green flag is out and we are racing at Nashville. 3 wide already between Sanic already wanting to make up some positions to get out of the cutoff bubble. Actually, 3 of those cutoff drivers that are below the line all racing close together. Fear, Sanic, and Trolling all running within the same wavelength of each other. Now Dogecube makes a move on the inside 3 wide with Hee Hee Ha and Goots. Oh, almost 4 wide there between Hee Hee Ha, Gun, Goots, and Hubris. Look at this little wad back here. They're still making moves on the inside here. As now Imposter in the 34 trying to make a run inside of Hubris and Hee Hee Ha in the 5. Right now Shadow currently leading early on in this race. I made a bit of a promise recently that if he ends up winning a race, I will stream Shadow the Hedgehog on this channel, so that would be fun if he does end up winning. But you've got Sonic Adventure 2 right here up front, as Sanic has now moved to second, is looking for the lead potentially if he can get past the 3, who's been very fast on these intermediates. But now Sanic's got a run out of turn 4. He's going to look to the inside, and who's going to have the advantage? It looks like it was the 06 at the line, and it was. He will lead that lap by 2/10 or 200ths of a second. Meloetta in the 70 running out in 3rd. Not doing too bad. Well, someone was in the dirt. Someone must have gotten forced down onto the apron earlier. Thankfully, they didn't wreck. Otherwise, we would have some big issues. also got some action back in the mid-pack right here. A lot of Cubes trying to make some distance on the inside line. There's Raccoon, the 45, who's had some great runs recently, both at Rockingham and at South Boston, looking to cap off the round of 16 with an easy exit, or an easy entry into the round of 12. Not an exit. That's not what he wants at all. And No Maidens in 31, also making up some spots as the start, has already moved up to 20th. And then further back, you've got Egg Dog, who hasn't made up much. I guess who actually lost some spots. Same with the 2. Squid Games is actually gaining some spots as well. And Squidward in the 10, having a really poor race so far. If he continues to run poor today, he could be out after the round of 16, which would be not very good. But Sandek has taken the lead away from Shadow. Now he drifts up to the middle, and here comes Melawetta in the 70 trying to make a run. Melawetta does not want to race this season. Could we see two first-time winners in a row this season? And Melawetta makes a great dive to the inside here, and she's going to take the lead away from Sandek in the 06. And here comes Dogecube in the 00, who finished last at South Boston, still above the cut line, but not by very much, so he needs a good finish here today to make sure he stays in the hunt for the championship. Further back, you've got playoff drivers like Jagalia Lost now up to 8th. Bob the Builder now in 10th. Hubers in 12th. Sheepmobile having a good run so far in 13th. Fear in 14th. Actually, now going for 14th. No Maidens and Raccoon running back to back. There's your team. There's 2 teammates. They're not in the playoffs, but Cole and Daisy are now running together. There's BV, last race winner. And there's Igus and Squid Games running together. They've been working together a lot at these intermediate tracks, so these should be a good time for them to work together to get back up front. Actually, 2 more teammates running pretty close. There's 18 of Peckering and the 80 of Raceland running together. And Squidward has moved out of the last place spot, and that now goes to Sands Club in the 21. Dogecube has taken the lead away from Sandek here, and these 5 bonus points for him will make it easier for him to stay above the cut line here at Nashville. We've already seen quite a few battles for the lead early on in this race, so who knows if they'll actually make a bit of a difference. Now Dogecube starting to thin out a little bit. Here comes Hee Hee Ha in the 5 to the inside of Goots, trying to take that spot away with 2 playoff drivers in tow. Jagalia Lost and Bob the Builder sitting pretty in points right now. All 3 of them are, so they don't really need to worry about that much in this race. I believe there's 3 cubes that are 60 plus points above the cut line, so even if they do DNF today, it wouldn't be much of a difference for them, especially for Bob the Builder, who's doing very good so far in this playoffs. Melowetta's fallen back quite a bit to 8th, or now passes Goots for 7th. Hubris has passed Imposter for 11th. She moves up another spot. Daisy's actually gotten significantly farther out from her teammate, a Sheepmobile and No Maidens. Actually, No Maidens has gained a lot of spots since the start of this race. Started around the mid-20s, now is in 15th. Actually, now drops back to 70th. The Sheepmobile and Packmobile will pass the 30 for position. And here comes Raceland on 80 on the inside as well. So, not a lot of grip in that top lane. That's how it usually is at tracks like these, especially with that concrete. The concrete. The Raccoon has been losing some spots. Squid Game's gaining some spots. Eggdog not doing too great. I guess is now the lowest running playoff contender. That's horrible for her because she's currently last in playoff standing, 17 points back at the start of this race. She's definitely losing more and more points the further back she falls, and she's definitely not having a good race so far. Could the round of 16 be an early exit for her? As last season when she ran, exited in the round of 12, which was around the time when the Charlotte Roval was a race there. It still is, but there's been some changes to that schedule. Stanek looking for the lead once again on the double zero of Doge Cube. Bob the Builder now moves to third. Hee haw to fifth. Shadow now falls back to fourth, and here they go. The 6 and the double zero running for the lead, and Sanek's going to take it away in turns of 1 and 2. And a good pass from the 06 here. And here comes Bob the Builder trying to make a run on Doge Cube for second. Oh, but Sanek's lit up in the corner. Now all three of them are going to be close together. Stanek winning this race would put a big dent in people who are lower to the cutoff line, because he's below the line right now, and if he wins, he gets into the next round, so he kind of really needs a win here today. But Bob the Builder now going for second. To the inside of Doge Cube, here comes Shadow, looking for the lead, looking for a win. The guy who lost in the 25 has fallen back quite a bit. Now Hubris is in the top 10. And anyone else making some moves now? Daisy's actually made up a few spots. She's now up to 14th. Gun up to 13th. Shibobile and Racelin battling it out, but looks like the 30's going to get the short end of the stick here. Raccoon's still struggling in traffic here. He's got to deal with Chow and Melee Fox in the 92. Right to his inside. Then Squid Games and Among Us right behind. Mori Cube, who's already locked in, and Egg Dog, who's not doing too great, but he's already got a pretty decent points advantage, so he shouldn't be too worried unless something happens to his motor or something like that. And I guess still the lowest rating. Actually, no, she's no longer the lowest rating playoff cube. That award now belongs to Squidward, who is running at the back. Bob the Builder getting away with a pretty decent lead, but now Shadow's up to second. And now Trolling and Hee Ha battling for fourth. And that 5 is stuck on the inside lane, so he's gonna let 3 more playoff drivers pass him on the inside here. Daisy making some moves in the 44. She gets past Gun. Goots is continuing to lose more and more spots, and so is Fear in the 13. They keep getting stuck on that outside lane. Now here comes Jinx in the 42 making some runs as well. Now Daisy moves up to 11th. Bob the Builder and Doge Cube now fighting for the lead as Doge Cube makes a run for the inside. Gets a bit of momentum. Looks like he's going to get it here, as he's a better run. They're still side by side on the back straightaway. Nothing fancy to name it after here, it's just the back straightaway. But now Doge Cube takes the lead away once again. Very lucky for him to be out front because he needs those points. He needs as many as he can get, and a win would be even better. To have 3 wins in one season, something that no cube has done yet. Actually, no, Bob the Builder is the only one with 3 wins, but a 4th win here would be pretty huge. Still battling side by side for the lead here. Even though they're early on in this race, it'll still be a very close battle for that top spot. Doge Cube's still putting on a fight on the outside, but now he's going to fall back a little bit. Now the 46 will take that lead back. As Trolling now moves to 3rd, Jagaya Loss is back in the mix again. We've got Imposter, Daisy, and Hubris rounding out the top 10. As Meloetta has fallen back quite a bit, and now she's going to suffer a little bit of speed. These two still going at it, even though Bob the Builder, oof, got an eyelash in my mouth. How the hell did that happen? But these two still battling it out. Trolling's still in third. Now Imposter and Daisy looking to pass Shadow for, now pushing back to 9th. Now Hubris in 10th looking to put him on the last spot in the top 10. So they're making some moves up here trying to get up front. I'm tired. I'm tired. Now Bob the Builder's starting to get a bit of a lead ahead of the 46, or ahead of the 00. Sanic back to third. Oh my goodness. 5 and 33 made a little bit of contact there. Almost sent him up into the wall. That would have not been good. Especially for the 5, is not exactly locked in just yet. So far, so good in this race here at Nashville. We're about a 1/6 of the way through this event. Hubris and Jagaya lost 2 playoff cubes that haven't won in quite a bit. Especially since Hubris was so dominant for a majority of the season, but has had a bit of a slump towards the playoffs beginning, and now she's just looking to have a good race here today, get into the round of 12 with relative ease. Look at Raccoon making up some spots in the 45. Ooh, gets a little contact with Dumb Cat in the 63. Sends Dumb Cat up the track, and now Raccoon's going to go by. Here comes Squid Games as well in the 01. And look who's back. So 19 of Igus has been passing a bunch of cubes now. She's up to 29th, or 25th actually. Sheepmobile falls to 24th. So now those two playoff drivers will be battling each other here. And Squidward's still having a very rough day, sitting back in 39th. But still, all cubes are still running in this race. But Bob the Builder, loud and proud here at Nashville early on. This battle for third continues to heat up as the field starts to spread out a little bit more, as Trolling almost kills someone else yet again. He almost killed Sanic in turn 1. That would have probably caused some major problems, because Sanic was below the cut line before this race started, but he is currently running pretty well with the 5 Hee-Haw and the 33 of Trolling. Then Shadow, Daisy, Imposter, Hubris, and Dragalia lost, but now the 25 is about to probably fall into the clutches of the 70 of Meloetta and the 7 of Goots. Fear in the 13, our Pulsator, not Pulsator, but he started pretty high up in the field, now not running too well. Or he's running decent still, but he's in 13th right now. He was below the line. I believe he will be above the line. I don't actually know what the playoff grid looks like right now because I don't have live timing, but I'd imagine. There's around 7 cubes that could shovel themselves around in the playoff grid, so it's looking pretty good for those that are doing well, and those that aren't, well, aren't, for obvious reasons. Now Daisy falls to 9th as Hubris and Imposter both pass her. And now battle for the lead. Doge Cube and Bob the Builder battling once again. These two now 2 seconds ahead of everyone else, but since they battle each other, that could make them slower and a lot easier to catch up to. Is now Trolling back to 3rd. And Doge Cube will lead that lap. But how far back is it? 33. He did gain a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be that much of a gain overall. I believe we're almost halfway through our current pit cycle, which is kind of interesting. Bob the Builder now gets back out front ahead of Dogekeeper. Dogekeeper just simply cannot keep the lead ahead of this 46. Now Shadow's back up to 4th. There's a lot of battles going on between the mid pack and the front pack, but our leaders also having some pretty good leaders. Or pretty good battles. Sorry, I'm very tired today. Mixing up words pretty easily. Now Hubris in 8th. Trying to make some runs in the 34 of Imposter. Fear running 14th. Squid Game's down 15th. No, what? Actually, wow. She lost a ton of spots, and now she's back in 16th, and now she's going to lose another one to Dumb Cat. That's what that outside line can do to you. You get swamped up really quickly down there. The mid-pack seems to be pretty stable, all things considered. There's your pulse hitter, Cubendorf, running 33rd right now. Not having a great day. Oh, someone got... Was those tire marks? Well, I guess those are not tire marks. Thought someone got put into the wall right there, but I guess not. No one's really off the pace just yet, so we'll have to wait and see what the results of any problems will be. Ooh, Shadow and Hee Haw getting really close right there. Out of 2, looks like the 5 has a bit of a draft advantage on the 3 as he's still stuck on the outside lane. Now Hubris and potentially Daisy could go for a pass. I believe Goots is now in the 10th position. Who was in the 10th position that lap? They must have lost a lot of spots. Maybe they gained a spot. Shadow's now in 5th. 9th, 10th, so now Imposter is 10th. Goots looking for that top, to get back in the top 10 though. As Dragalia Losses put herself in the 9th position. Squid Games and Dumb Cat working together to get back out front. Both of these keep started relatively lower in the field, but they're doing pretty good so far. Morty Jr. was further back in the field as well, but now he's moved up 21st. Let's see how many more spots he'll gain before pit stops inevitably start, as here comes Raccoon on the inside of Meloetta for the 14th position. As these two still going at it, now 3 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. Shadow and Hubris for the 8th or 7th spot. These two have been pretty fast at intermediates all year, so I'm not surprised that they're running together here at Nashville, as this is another intermediate track. Why is the site showing on the PC version? I want the mobile version of this thing. Yeah, no one's making any clear gains on our leaders right now as this pack continues to lose ground on our two most dominant cubes all day. Trolling looking to take that 3rd spot back away from the 5 here. These two also been pretty good at intermediates all year, so well, I'm not really surprised that they're keeping up, but one cube I'm surprised is Not up front right now is the 44 of Daisy, as she really needs to get past these two. She's back up to 5th, and now she just needs to stay on the inside line, and hopefully nothing goes wrong for her to get up to the leaders, but she's probably going to have to rely on pit stops for that to happen. Now Daisy trying to pass the 5 for that 4th spot, forces them up to the outside line. Here comes Shadow in the 3 as well. Ooh, oh no, Shadow's making a dive for position. Now it's going to send Daisy to the top line. Here comes Sanic looking for some spots as well in the 06. Not really doing too much to gain on our leaders, but now these two. That's just sending Daisy back to 5th. She needs to get down to the bottom and fast, or else the 5 is going to be there. Right on our bumper. No, she's not clear, and she's going to lose 2, maybe 3 spots to the cubes that are behind her, as they're making a pretty solid line of cubes on the inside line behind Daisy. So she could lose potentially a lot of spots here if she does not get clear in time of the contenders that are around her. These two have been going at it practically for the last few laps. They are going crazy out here. Actually, what's our fastest lap of the race? It is currently Bob the Builder. No surprise. Yeah, a lot of cubes that are running fast today have been fast pretty much all race, so no surprise to any of those contenders. Actually, who's our slowest right now? It is Pecorine. I mean, I'm not surprised, but definitely not who I expected to be slowest. Considering Cubendorf has been falling like a rock this whole race. Bob the Builder retaking the lead once again. But maybe things will shake up a little bit once pit stops roll in, but maybe not. Just depends on which of these cubes pit first and which of them pit later. Now, like I said, Daisy falls back even more. Now Dragalia lost in 25, gets stuck on the outside line. Now Goots, Squid Games, Dumb Cat, and Raccoon are now catching up to this group of the top 10. And are now passing some cubes on the inside line, so good runs for them right now. Especially those with those blue banners, as they need these points to advance further and further in the playoffs. This is an excellent opportunity for them right now. Now Shadow's stuck on the gripless line. No grip, Vine Boom. But he will stay behind Sanic now. Looks like he's clear, but no. Hubris is going to get a run. He won't be able to get clear. Now these guys are 4.3 seconds back of our leaders. So pretty big gap between Trolling, who is... These are our 2 leaders right now. Let me see if I can find that camera that turns it off. So right here is Doge Cube. And there's the 5, who's now running 3rd. Oh, someone was spinning out earlier. Wait. No caution? Yeah, no caution. Uh-oh, looks like it's between Igus and McQueen. Oh, he was way back. Did this happen? No. He was just way back. So, oh, must have been the 19 that had an issue. She was way up in the 22nd spot. Let's advance a lap and see what happens. Uh-oh. Oh boy, it must have been the 53 that turned her. She was running in the 20th position, looking to at least have some sort of a decent run to get into the round of 16, or round of 12 actually. Because she is currently last in points of all the cubes that are running in the playoffs, and now, well, she's going to do that again. Watch the 53 out of in turn 4. And moves her. Surprisingly, no caution for that. Weird. Normally that would draw a caution, but I guess not in this moment. Wow, that was a close call for the O2 of Amori Sr. But she has lost a lot of momentum now, running 40th. Which is really going to hurt her points position, so she's going to have to really put some effort into getting back up there if we have a caution. The first proper incident of the day, the 53 and the 19 get together. As these two are still going at it. Now we got a four-way battle as Dumb Cats messes up the corner. Now he falls back a little bit, but now he's in the top 5. Great run for the 63 today, who's had a pretty disappointing season so far. Hasn't really been close to winning a race at all this season, but he's looking pretty good so far, sitting pretty in 5th. Ooh, that's the Windows key. Did not mean to press that. Daisy now back in 13th. Hubris now falls out of the top 10 as well. Looks like Goots and Squid Game's now up there. Dumcat might get another spot here as he passes the 06, but they're still going to run side by side for a little bit. Now Dumbcat will pass Cynic for 3rd now, or not 3rd, for 4th, and now here comes Trolling once again, battling with the 06. There's going to be a lot of shuffling for these spots because these guys are all battling each other but not really making any gains whatsoever. Is Dumb Cat now the leader of this pack? Still 5 seconds back of our real leaders up front. Ooh, someone had an issue. Oh no! Oh, they're coming on pit road. I thought Doge Cube had a tire issue at first, but he's just coming to pit road. So our green flag pit stops are starting at lap 62. I believe Raceland was the first one to come on pit road, so she actually short pitted before everyone else did. So I wonder, how are things going to shape up now that these guys are pitting? Look, Cube started so far back and was running second when he had to come to pit road. Now Sandnick, oh yeah, a lot of the leaders now coming down. BB's on pit road, so is Amelia Fox. Sheetmobile, Morin Cube. Dumb Cat is on now. Squid Games, Milliwata and Hubris. Jinx, Gun, Fear, and Chow. Raceland, Cole, or Peckering and Cole. Sands Club, Squidward, and Igus. Wish there was a way so I could see the loop data in this game, because that would really show the rise and fall of some of these contenders. As Raccoon actually led some laps underneath that green flag pit stop section, so he will get 5 bonus points, which is pretty good because he's already got a pretty decent gap on the rest of our leaders, at least in the playoffs. So he's going to get even more, and he will have an even bigger gap, so he doesn't have to worry about too much going into the next races. Now a bunch of others coming on pit road. I believe that's the last of them. As Blood Clot in the 11th. No Maidens also on pit road. So is McQueen. Oh, caution is out on the track. We've had an incident on the racetrack. Oh, someone was in the wall in turn 3. So first caution of the day. Someone may have clipped someone exiting pit road. Hopefully no playoff contenders involved. If it was, hopefully it was Omori Sr. because he's locked in. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. It was right. Oh, I can see it in the background right there. I think it is Omori Sr. It is... Oh, it's McQueen and Eggdog. They got together. Oh, wow. Eggdog just, like, got into him there. Oh, big impact for the 20. Oh, Sheetmobile barely gets out of that one. Oh, watch. Okay, so all these guys get away from it. No problem. But our first caution of the day for Eggdog and McQueen on in an incident in turn 3. I think Eggdog was trying to correct something. But all these guys trying to figure out what they need to do. Oh, wow. A bunch of Cubes are trapped a lap down, I believe. Because a bunch of... Oh, dear. We might have an issue. How many of them are coming down now? Now Dragalia is coming off a pit road. So I guess when these guys cycle back around, they'll get their laps back. So Bob the Builder, I believe, will be a leader, followed by Doge Cube, then Dumb Cat, then Trolling, then Sanic, then Raccoon with a good pit stop. Oh, Raceland's actually having a pretty decent run. Dragalia actually lost a bunch of spots, but we'll have to wait and see when they all cycle back around. Hopefully we don't have 4 Cubes on the lead lap, because that would make the finish kind of worthless, in my opinion. Oh wow, 25 is still the leader, so now we only have... Oh no, yeah. So we need another quick yellow to get... Actually, you know what? If the 25 is still the leader here, I might just throw a yellow immediately after they go green so that these guys can get the wave around and get back on the lead lap. But a bunch of Cubes are a lap down now, including some playoff contenders, like Squidward is back there, Igus is back there. Looks like Eggdog and 40th. No one DNF from that wreck, which is surprising, because Eggdog took a pretty big hit. Yeah, I might just throw another yellow after they go green so that everyone can be shuffled back. And that we don't have a lame finish so we can get a true wave around. But all these guys will get their laps back here. Maybe they might come down pit road again, I'm not sure. But our leaders, quote unquote, the 25 and the O2, I believe, did not pit until everything was done. I'm just gonna get this up real quick. Give everyone a wave around. They still have to race back to the line, so the 25 can still lap people before she gets back to the line. So a bunch of cubes will be getting their lap back, and a bunch more will be able to race with the 25 when we get back to the actual restart. So we'll be watching when the 25 crosses the line. They're going to throw the yellow after she does. So we'll wait, we'll wait. And now. So we're going to be back under caution. Let's see if she passes anyone. Actually, Egg Dog might be trapped a lap down here. Ooh, the racer loses some ground. He's going to come back up the track, but he's not going to cause a wreck as they're all frantically fighting for positions up here before they get back to the line. Hopefully they don't wreck each other coming to the yellow flag. Looks like Dragalia Lost is actually going to lose the lead. Or lose what was the lead, too. The O2, oh my god. They just went flying into the corner. But now the field is frozen. Oh no. Watch the O2. Oh, Meloetta gets in turn and around goes Pac-Mobile. Imposter and Goots. Oh, there's a traffic jam on the back straightaway. They went 5 wide there for a second, but looks like none of them really got any major damage. Oh, wow. Looks like the 25 still trying to get around. I don't know what she's doing. So now she's going to stay ahead. Or no, they're going to stay ahead. If they lap everyone, that's... Huh? I'm confused. I don't know what's happening here. Is Domecat trying to come down pit road? No, he's not. Okay. Oh, now the 25 slowing down. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, they're all getting the wave around now. There they go. I think this is the first time we've actually had the wave around in this. Oh, DK. All the stragglers now going around. So they all got to make a run around the track so they can catch up to the leaders. Now Sheepmobile is actually going to be third. Then Pecorine, then Doge Cube, then Hubris, then No Maidens. Bob the Builder and Trolling. Actually, yeah, a bunch of them are going to get their laps back. Oh, are they coming down pit road? No, they're not. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just the 80 on pit road. Raceland actually had to pit in for some damage. Weird. Oh, probably from that little wreck they had. Now Pecorine and Doge Cube are coming down pit road. That could be bad for those two. But now I believe everyone will be back on the lead lap here, so now that caution has fixed everything. Nice. But now everyone will be back on the lead lap again. So Maury Jr. will be your leader for the first time in quite a while, actually. Followed by the 25, then the Sheepmobile, who's probably benefited the most off of those pit stops. And Hubris in 4th, No Maidens in 5th, Bob the Builder 6th, Trolling 7th, Dumbcat 8th, Bloodclot 9th, and Gun 10th. Then Sanic, Fear, Miku, Raccoon. Yeah, this field has been shuffled big time. And now there's the 19, who recovered pretty well after that wave around. Running 24th. Actually, I might gain a spot because I believe there's some miscommunication for spots further back. I believe they'll be going back green next time by, yes, and no one is a lap down anymore, so two teammates, Peckering and Raceland, will be at the back of the field. Don't know how damaged those cubes that got damaged earlier will be, but we'll have to wait and see. But we've had a big shuffle ever since that little wave around section, so we'll have to wait. We'll look and see what happens. We're going back to green this time. Bio Maury Jr. is your leader. A bunch of playoff cubes in a row behind. We're back to green at Nashville. A single file line that will take the entire field by storm as they start to make some lines on the bottom. Now Sheepmobile with a big run to the inside. In the 30, looking for the lead for the first time today. As he gets a great run out of 4, and here comes Hubris on the inside as well in that 07. And Sheepmobile will now take first. Hubris in second, No Maidens in third, and a bunch of playoff drivers. Actually, the top 5 on the bottom. All playoff drivers. Running pretty well so far. Bob the Builder now moving Dragaya Lost out of the way as the battle for the lead continues to shape up here between Hubris and Sheepmobile. Two cubes that have won this season need the win to get in, especially Sheepmobile, who was below the cut line before this race started. Oh dear. Now Hubris takes the lead away from Sheepmobile. Here comes No Maidens in the 31, looking for an upset win here at Nashville, even though he is in the playoffs, so it wouldn't really be an upset win, but he hasn't won since Martinsville, so maybe it's time to give him a little break. Ooh, Gunn in the 47, also looking for his first win this season. Sheepmobile now falls to 4th. And Hubris now continues to lead with Gunn right behind. Two of our fastest intermediate drivers this season, but also one of our best short track drivers is leading right now. But Gunn has a bit of a lead here at the bottom. Can you take it away from the 07 here? Here comes the guy lost in the 25. And here comes the 11 of Bloodclot with a great run behind the 30 of Sheepmobile. Looks to the inside, almost makes it 3 wide, and he will. No, he won't, because Trolling will go behind the 30. And here comes Bob the Builder in 46, but Trolling goes down to block very quickly. A good move from the 33 here. There's Miku and Cole running together, 11th and 12th. Actually, no, probably 12th and 13th. Squidward's now actually almost in the top 10. He was running at the back of the pack all day. Gambled on pit stops, made that wave around work, and now he's almost in the top 10. Daisy's not too far behind either. There's the racer who almost wrecked earlier. And it's Igus, I believe, now in 19th. Recovered well after that spin from contact with Lightning McQueen, who, let's see where he is right now. Oh, no, Dogecube's actually falling back quite a bit. He probably still has issues. Well, he's definitely got problems for sure. He's falling back a lot. McQueen isn't actually doing too bad after that damage. Eggdog is probably suffering a little bit of aerodynamic issues. Now Gunn took the outside to get ahead of Hubris and almost gets into the side of the 07. Almost got spun out by Hubris, and now he's going to run the outside line. Here comes Bloodclot in the 11 trying to make the move for the lead. If he wins today, that'd be another upset win because he's not in the playoffs. And a big upset win would also be for Gunn too, although he was running pretty good all season. He just never ended up winning, and all those spots were taken, so. Oops. But now Hubris trying to make a run for the lead again on the inside with help from Bob the Builder in the 46, who's dominated this race so far today. Not really dominated, but has run up front with Dogecube. But now Dogecube, with those issues, is falling further back. And now a big wad of cubes looking for second place as Gunn starts to get a bit of an advantage here. Can he get out front to the lead? Three wide back here for, I believe, that's 7th. Squidward, Sheepmobile, and Sanic, all championship contenders, ahead of Daisy and Cole, 2 non-playoff contenders. Looking for spots here. Oh, Daisy almost gets into Sheepmobile there. Would have ruined his day. And now those 2 teammates, the 28 and the 44, are looking to make their way up the field. Sheepmobile continues to lose more spots. Almost 3 wide. They will go 3 wide for a second in turn 1 between Hubris, Cole, and Miku. As now Daisy's gaining more spots in that 44. Look out for her later in this race if she continues to gain more spots. Bloodclot up a second, trolling to 3rd. Here comes Jagaya, Lawson, Squidward up to 4th and 5th. Great recovery for that 10 team today. Here comes Daisy on the inside trying to make a move on the 46. Question is, can she catch up to our leaders and make some momentum, make it work? Now she gets forced off to the outside. Here comes her teammate battling with her once again. Ooh, he's going to lose a little bit of momentum, though. Daisy's going to stay ahead, but can she clear him, though? That's the question. As Gunn continues to lead. Bloodclot now 2nd. Squidward now trying to run 3rd, and he does get to 3rd. Here comes Jagaya, lost for 4th. Ahead of Trolling in the 33. And now the 5, Hee Hee Ha, back in the top 10. Passes Sanic, and here comes Squid Games in the 0-1. A lot of playoff contenders up front. There's Igus, No Maidens, and Raccoon all running together. Sheepmobile has fallen back all the way to 19th. Mori Cube already locked in. And a bunch of cubes that are not in the playoffs further back. Dogecube and Eggdog currently our worst running playoff drivers right now. If Dogecube has another bad run today, he could be out in round 1, which could be a big disappointment for his season. But the real story of the race so far is two cubes who have not won a race this season looking to win one here today at Nashville. And only one of them is owned by an actual person, so let's see if Blood Clot can go up there and get that win for his team owner today. He's making a run. He's right there. He's there on the back bumper of the 47 as we got a problem in the chat box. It's a 72 of Miku with an engine failure. She was around mid-pack, so, oh, right in front of the 53. She has the high line. Now she's going to blend down to the bottom. Wow, very close between Miku and the 70. But that looks like it's going to be terminal for the 72 today. Finished great at South Boston last week because that was a short track, and she's pretty good at those short tracks. But unfortunately, that engine could not take any more heat on it today. And she unfortunately looks like she's going to be the last car winner of today's race. And Blood Clot has taken the lead away from Gunn. Here comes the 25 of Dragalia Lost, looking to lead some laps here. Once again, Daisy now to 4th, Squidward to 5th. This could also be a big break for the 44 of Daisy as well if she can go to victory lane here today. Dragalia Lost takes the lead away. Miku is officially out of the race with a piston failure, her first DNF of the day, surprisingly. But now Gunn trying to make a run back on Dragalia Lost for the lead. Here comes Daisy in the 44, and Blood Clot falls to 4th, Squidward down 5th. Now Cole running 6th inside of Hubris. Some big names that have not won a race this year looking to try and capitalize at the end of this one, but still got a long way to go here at Nashville with a little over 55 to go. Oh, 3 wide back here between Igosphere and Hubris as Hubris, almost gets forced 4 wide, but the 19 got out of there. Look at this big wad of playoff cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, counting Sheepmobile, 10, 11 in this group. That's 11 out of the 16 in this one group right here. That is wild. And you've got one more up here, but you've got 4 out of the top 5, all winless. Or 3 out of the top 5, actually, all winless this season. Will this be the day that one of them gets a win here today? Some of them have come so close, but yet so far. Gunn and Daisy especially. Daisy has, I believe, 3 second-place finishes this year. Oh no, that's just like Kyle Larson. Now she's going to say a slur and get banned from the sport, then come back and win a championship. Oh no, Daisy. It is true, that is actually what happened. But now Cole's up to 6th, making a pretty good run ahead of the 19, who's now in 7th. But now he needs the draft, either drafting help from the 19 or from his teammate, the 44. These two could go 1-2 if they work themselves out. And they've still got 1 pit road cycle left to go, but we know what happened last time we had a pit cycle. They had to have the wave around be applied, so... But Cole has to work with the 19 here to get back out front, but she got an amazing run until turn 1. It looks like she's going to try and pass him here in turn 2. Still side by side, and she will get ahead of Cole here. Yo, welcome to the chat, Jonathan Lopez. You are watching the most insane championship on earth, the CGB Cubecar League. Actually, Gunn has gotten out a pretty decent distance ahead of the rest of our pack. Now Squidward runs 2nd. And the rest of our top 5 really just battling with each other. Where have I seen this before? Looking very similar to what happened earlier in this race. But now Squidward's got a bit of a run in turns 3 and 4. He hasn't been this good at intermediates all season, but I guess must have done something on those first set of pit stops, because he is running 2nd right now and looking for the lead as he puts that lead down from a 0.8 to a 0.4 second disadvantage. for Gunn in the 47, who's looking for his first win this season. 29 races in, he's come so close a few times, but he's still looking for that first win. Dragaya lost second, Daisy third now, or actually now was fourth, now going for third. Let's see if the 11 can follow suit on the bottom. Cole still runs sixth, but he's got Sanic and Squid Games hot on his tail. Two playoff drivers looking to pass a non-playoff driver per position. He's still got to hold off that 06. He's doing a pretty good job at doing so. Now Daisy will pass Squidward for second now, I believe, but can she run down Gunn for the lead? With less than 50 laps to go, we are already 2/3 of the way through this race and about to hit the 1 hour mark in this race. No one's really falling behind with any aerodynamic issues, especially after the couple minor incidents we had so far. Only one DNF, and it was the 472. Fastest, oh my god, Miku's the fastest lap, and she's last? Incredible. Actually, she's faster than Bob the Builder, which is kind of wild. If she was able to stay in the race, she might have actually had a top 10 finish, because she's been bad fast ever since that wave around. Now Gunn, Daisy, Squidward all got a pretty even distance from each other as the field starts to thin out a little bit. Looks like Cole and Squid Games are actually starting to draft off of each other. There's Igus and Squid Games, or not Squid Games, Sanic battling off of each other, two playoff drivers. If these two stay in the top 10, then I believe they will advance to the round of 12. Although Igus was 17 positions back, it'll be very close for her. It's less likely. Oh, caution is out. Trouble on the back straightaway. Sands Club goes around. The 21 with an issue here. On the back straightaway, caution's out for the third time. They might actually pit here, so let's actually see what happened to the 21 of Sands Club. Probably our unluckiest cube. Oh, wow. Dumb Cat, I believe, was the one that turned him. He's right on the back bumper, the 21. Oh, gets into Raccoon. No damage to the 45, but sends Dumb Cat into the wall. Looks like the Racer also involved. Same with Chow and Among Us and Jinx. Ooh, and there's the rest of the pack. But everyone else involved got away pretty quick, so there's your second incident of the day, third caution, and now look at this. Everyone else is coming on pit road, and I believe they will make it to the end on fuel. So this is a very important pit stop here on who comes out first. And Daisy's pit crew has been notably terrible this season, so let's see if they can actually turn it around in this very important race that she can try and win here today. This one's got damage. Oh, it's just the 80 from earlier. Anyone else pitting for damage? Oh, they're pitting just for one can of fuel. Interesting. So maybe they won't make it to the end. Their tires will make it to the end. I just don't know if their fuel will. This is actually a pretty good view of the pit road right here. TV2, not as much. Looks like, oh, maybe Pac-Mobile will not come out first. But Gunn will win the race off of pit road. Daisy will barely get second. Squidward comes out third. Fourth is Laclot. Fifth is Cole. Sixth is Sanic. Seventh is Igus. Then eighth Hubris. Ninth No Maidens. 10th is Squid Games. And there's the Rockingham winner, Amori Cube, who is already locked into the round of 12. Running 11th after that set of pit stops. I don't know why I'm so burpy all of a sudden. I didn't eat that much before I started the stream. But top 5 remain relatively the same. Now Sanic has fallen out. Or Hubris has fallen out of the top 10 entirely. Now, or top 10, top 5. Now Cole is now in 5th place. Oh! The 25 is retired with a tire problem. Dragaya Loss is out of the race. Must have had a fatal issue with the tire on pit road, and she's going to be done for the day and potentially done for the playoffs. Because she had an incident at Rockingham, too. I don't remember where she finished. Oh, boy, I'm going to have to look at the playoff grid. That might actually be the end for her chances for the championship. Gonna have to look back at the at the playoff grid from last week. How far back? Ooh. So Jagay lost was 14 spots above the cut line. And she led some laps, so she will get 5 bonus points, but it's going to be very close on if she makes it in or not. I guess was 13 points back. Fear was 10 points back. Sheepmobile was down 7, and Sanic was down 2. So, realistically, about 9 spots interchangeable between the field today for playoff positions, because no maidens, hee-hee-ha, Raccoon, Hubris. I believe Eggdog, Hubris, and Raccoon. Eggdog maybe not, but Hubris and Raccoon are probably locked into the next round already off of points, because they both led laps in today's race. Maybe not the 5, but who knows. But it's looking pretty grim for the 25 here today, as she is out with a tire issue, her second retirement of the race. And now, it all just depends on what happens next. For the rest of our cubes, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in the top 5 who are winless this season. 2 teammates who are winless this season. Can either of them make a good run towards the end, hold off the rest of our leaders? Because this race has been very competitive so far. A lot more competitive than I thought it would be. Especially for the lead. And this track will definitely make its mark as a playoff elimination race next season, that's for sure. Because this is a very, very competitive race. Green flag is out. Gunn will lead them back to the green as Cole and Sanic step out of line to the outside. Oh, and Igus in the 19, trying to make a run on the outside as well. That's going to allow Sanic in the 11 of Blood Clot to go and make up some spots up there in that grippier line at the bottom. So Cole might lose a lot of spots here because that inside line is crowded for sure. But Gunn already getting up to a pretty decent lead. Bloodclot now runs second, but he's on the inside, so Sanic is going to be on the attack here. Now Cole doesn't know whether he wants to go to the bottom or not. Oh, he's going to lose a spot to Igus here because she's on the inside lane on the grippier surface. But he's going to be worth his teammates 44 Daisy, but he's going to get to the bottom quick, and he does. And now Bloodclot's going to lose some spots because he's on that bottom lane. Every time they scroll by the lights past the start-finish line, I always think the caution is out because it's just a flash of yellow for a second. I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? But battle for the lead, Sanic in the 06 and Hubris in the 7 working together to get past the Gun for the lead here. Had a lot of different leaders this race, so you could say this has been very competitive. Ooh, Cole and Trolling running very close together. Almost made some contact in turn 2. As now Huber's trying to go for the lead with help from the 19 of Igus on the bottom. Side by side for the lead going into lap 113. I believe, oh, Hubris, oh my god. I want to see the margin on that one. Wow. 1/1000th of a second for the lead right there. Have you ever? But now Gunn back on the inside line. Now Igus looking for the lead in the 19. Remember, she was spun out by Lightning McQueen. Didn't draw a caution. Fell all the way back to 40th. Gambled on pit stops. Pitted early in that waiver. Oh my god, hubris. Whew. I think she got loose there and got onto the apron there for a second. Now, I'm surprised she didn't lose the lead. And now Igus looking to make some room again to get up front. Now Trolling goes to third. Bob the Builder trying to go for fourth. There's Donkey Kong in the top 10 for the first time today. And Shadow's back up here as well, trying to pass DK. Almost goes 3 wide. Yeah, I think he will go 3 wide with DK and Sanic here across the start-finish line. As Igus now trying to go back to the lead, but this is a more interesting battle as DK almost slides up into Sanic. Cannot hold that middle line, and he will fall back a little bit. Huber seems to be pretty good on that outside line to hold off the 19. She gets a great run there, but I'm afraid Bob the Builder is going to help the 19 get out front, and Igus is going to lead the lap for the first time in quite a while. She's not led that many laps this season, but the times that she's needed to lead the laps, Charlotte especially, is when it counted the most for that team, and she's already getting way ahead as Bob the Builder really messed up that corner, and here comes the 33 for second. Now Squidward in third. Shadow trying to go for fourth here. Yeehaw, trying to go for fifth. And here comes Meloetta back in the top 10 once again in sixth. Daisy also on the inside lane as well. 3 wide between Gunn, Sanic, and Cole. Oh, almost 4. Oh my god, Sanic with a great run right there. And now Trolling has caught up to the 19, trying to get into her draft and take the lead away for the second time today. Oh, that 19 is not clear. Pushes her up the track, and now she's going to have to get to the bottom real quick, or else Shadow's going to be there to block her off. And she will get there. She's got the room. Now Shadow, oh, but she's not going to be clear this time. Here comes Shadow in the bottom lane. Remember what I said, if Shadow wins a race this season, I will play Shadow the Hedgehog on stream. Uh-oh, on the chat box, it's the 63 of Dumb Cat with an engine failure. Smoking, and he gets to the apron. But a great run for Dumb Cat earlier in this race is going to go to waste as the engine has expired on that 63. It looks like he will make it to pit road, but unfortunate. Trolling will take the lead away. Igus will fall back to 5th because she will not be able to get to the inside in time. And now Shadow in the 3. Looking to steal away a win here late at Nashville with 30 laps to go. And it looks like Dumb Cat has made it to pit road, and he's out with an ignition failure. Ooh, that's a rare one. Shadow has a run in turn 2. He's looking to the inside of Trolling. He might get the lead here. Those two are technically teammates because they share the same number font from a same team. But, not really teammates. But maybe I might put the team system in a little bit more fruition for next season. I don't know, might make it more interesting. Daisy now fighting back on the inside line, trying to pass Trolling for 3rd. Scroll back up here. Do we not? Oh, Bob the Builder passed Miku for fastest lap once again. But he's falling back quite a bit as Igus is struggling to hold the bottom lane now. As Huber's trying to pass her on the inside. she's going to get pushed out of line by the 07 here. Now way out front ahead of everyone else. Let's see if Daisy can actually close in on our leader so far. Now Daisy making some ground on the 5 for the lead. But now Trolling trying to battle with her for second. I guess 19 falling further and further back. She cannot hold that inside lane. She needs to get back on the inside so she can start passing people, or else she'll be at risk at falling out in the round of 16. Currently our worst playoff drivers are the 00, 31, the 20, and the 2, but the 2 is already locked in, so no issue there. Trolling and Daisy now. These two were fighting for the win at Watkins Glen, and that win ended up going to the 10 of Squidward. And Squidward not too far behind. He could probably steal it if he gets a big run towards the end, or if we have another yellow, which is possible. Ooh, watch Fear here in the 13 getting to the back end of the 10. But Daisy, one of the best intermediate drivers this season. Looking to get out front, take the lead, and win her first race of the year here at Nashville. Can she do it? Now it's going to fall back a little bit. Oh, great run by Bob the Builder there for 4th. Hubris now falls to 5th. Might fall to 6th and 7th here. Actually, no, she gets cleared the 01. So no issue there. Now that the leaders have broken up a little bit, let's see if any of these guys can challenge the 5 for the lead. But right now, he's just running away with it early on in this one. Now Shadow moves to 3rd place with only 18, or 28 actually, no, not 28. Yes, 18 laps to go. The laps are winding down here. Oh, they've caught up to the 33, but they haven't caught up to the 5. This might actually end up being a benefit for the 5. If he can continue to get ahead of the 33, then he can win this race very easily. They did gain a little bit on the 5 here. Now Shadow goes to second. Bob the Builder trying to go for third. This race has been so competitive that you can't even tell who's going to finish second at the end of this race because so many people are passing each other. Gunn falls back to 8th. There's DK running 12th. Pretty good run for him. Ooh, I guess it's fallen back to 16th. Cole falls back to 17th, I believe that is. And the Racer not faring too well either, but he's doing better than he was at the start, so that's an improvement. Ooh, Raccoon back in 28th. Oof. Could be in trouble, even though he has a pretty big points cushion ahead of this race, but who knows. Still could be in jeopardy if anything bad happens. Check on our leaders so far. Not really gaining too much on the 5 if we have no yellow flags, or if 33 can get a pretty decent advantage in speed, and they can get there pretty quick. But the 5, he slowly getting away from the rest of this field. Can he go on and win and get into the round of 12? Even though he has a pretty sizable advantage in points so far, still be a pretty big win for him to get into the next round pretty easily. So the next round is probably the most hellish round of them all. Now passing the lap, Cube of Sands Club, who has damage from earlier. Did not slow him down much at all. He's going to stay ahead for the lead here. Yeah, getting more and more distance ahead of our second and third place cubes. Now Shadow and Daisy battling for the last spot in the top 5. Now Mellowood on the 70 actually passing Daisy as well. Playoffs picture looking pretty definite for a couple of our contenders, but for the rest it's unknown what the status of those will be. Trolling did not gain that much at all last lap. 5 continued to gain a lead ahead of everyone else. Yeah, now 2.4 seconds ahead of the rest of our group. Oh, problems for somebody. It's the 66. BV, last race's winner. Engine failure, another terminal one, it looks like. No caution, though. She will get to pit road, and she will, unfortunately, DNF from this race, which will hurt her points, especially after that win. We boosted her up in points, and now she's going to lose a bunch of spots. What does she retire with? Piston failure. Same thing that happened to Miku. Hee-hee-haw continuing to put an iron fist out front of everyone else in the field. Meanwhile, Meloetta up to third. Shadow now to fourth. As this top 5, top 10 continues to shuffle around. It'll be interesting to see how many lap leaders we've had at the end of this race. But as the laps wind down, as we've had a lot of interesting battles for the lead, and I hate to see it end this way with it being really anticlimactic for the final race at the round of 16. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Now passes the lap cube of Jinx. Shadow now runs second. Daisy back in the top 5. The battle for the top 5 still very active. Although, hee-hee-ha, definitely getting the best end of the stick here. Running away with a 4.16 second lead. Ahead of Shadow. He just got to run a few more clean laps to take away a win here at Nashville. Lock himself into the round of 12, but also put himself at a bit of an advantage when that next round rolls around with that win. Two laps to go this time by. A little bit of a gain from Shadow there, but I believe the 5 will get to a 5-second lead as he battles with Among Us to put him a lap down, and he will. Don't know what happened to the 53 to put him into that situation. Final lap for the 5. Hopefully he does not blow an engine before the end of this one like Sheepmobile did at Darlington, but gonna go 2 playoff races in 3 races where a playoff driver ends up winning. And coming out of turn 4 for the final time, the 5 of Hee-Hee-Ha is gonna get his 3rd win this season. Won at Dover, Pocono, or Nashville. Wait, I messed that up completely. Oh well, Hee-Hee-Ha wins at Nashville. He won at Milwaukee, Pocono, and now he wins again here today. Dominates the last bit of the race. And here's your top 10. Hee-Haw, Meloetta, Shadow, Squid Games, Bob the Builder, Trolling, Fierce, Sanic, Daisy, and Gun, your top 10. Looking a bit better for Igus, but still unclear whether she'll make the round of 12. Very unclear for Jigalia Lost, though. She is not doing too hot, but a bunch of other playoff drivers had decent runs today, so we'll just have to wait and see at the end once I get the playoffs done. 9. Alright, thank you all for watching. The next race will be at Iowa, our opener for the round of 12. And I'll see you all then, and good night.